We're going to look at pot 1315 in the Pathology Museum at Hawkshead, which shows several hydatid cysts, several centimetres in diameter, in the liver of a horse. The horse would have become infected by ingesting Echinococcus granulosus eggs passed in the faeces of a final host, a dog or possibly a fox, carrying adult tapeworms in its small intestine. In this case, the horse is acting as an intermediate host. What other mammals can act as an intermediate host for Echinococcus granulosus? Hit the pause button while you think of the answer. Your answer should include cattle, sheep, pigs, and human beings. Don't forget that it's only the sheep strain, which is found in sheep, cattle, and pigs, that can infect humans. The equine strain only affects horses and donkey intermediate hosts. Back to this specimen. Tapeworm eggs would have been ingested by the horse at pasture, releasing the embryo or oncosphere into the lumen of the small intestine. This then burrows through the wall of the intestine and travels via the bloodstream until caught in a capillary bed, normally the liver or lungs. Here the oncosphere slowly grows into an hydatid cyst, which after several months will contain thousands of inverted tapeworm heads or scolices, each of which has the potential to develop into a new adult tapeworm if eaten by a final host. So here we have a very good example of asexual multiplication in an intermediate host. One tapeworm egg ingested by an intermediate host, resulting in thousands of scolices in a single hydatid cyst. If we were to aspirate some of the granular fluid from the cyst, called hydatid sand, and examine it under a microscope, we would see a mixture of free scolices and small cysts, called brood capsules, each of which contain 10 to 20 scolices. You can see a brood capsule and individual scolices armed with hooks in this microscope preparation of hydatid sand. We know that if a dog eats raw or undercooked liver containing an hydatid cyst, it is likely to develop adult Echinococcus tapeworms in its small intestine. These are the smallest tapeworms that dogs harbour, being only a few millimetres long and comprising just 3 or 4 segments or proglottids. We also know that Echinococcus infects human beings. In other words, it is a parasitic zoonosis. What would happen if a human being ate an hydatid cyst in raw or undercooked liver? Would he or she become infected with adult Echinococcus tapeworms? Hit the pause button while you think about the answer. The answer to this question is no. Remember, horses, sheep, cattle, pigs and human beings are all intermediate hosts in the life cycle of Echinococcus and can only become infected with hydatid cysts by ingesting tapeworm eggs passed in dog faeces. Only dogs and other canids can become infected by ingesting hydatid cysts.